welcome back to my tech stack learning channel. I hope you all are doing really great and have watched my previous LangChain series. If you haven't watched, it is there in the playlist. You can go ahead and watch. And today's session is majorly on the another type of memory called the conversation entity memory, which I'll be covering with the live coding examples, how to use it. So before we start, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any specific topics which you want me to cover, please put it in the comment box. I can surely try to get you those at the earliest. Okay. So now let's see what is conversational entity memory, right? It is a specialized memory module that extracts the entities like name, the place, the object from your chat interactions, right? And tracks the facts about them over time. It is very much important, right? It's specifically useful for AI agents that needs to refer back to previously mentioned entities meaningfully. So you can persist entities across sessions using customizable storage backends, right? So basically extract entities, it tracks the facts, it has the smart understanding which will be applicable for the agents, and it is helpful for the agents to keep the persistent of their history, and you can also store those into your persistent storage, and mainly useful for the chatbots. Okay, so now let's see what are the core features it offers. As I said, entity extractions identifies entities from the recent input and store it in the entities variables, right? And then you have entity summarizations. So summarizes what's known about each detected entity. For example, if it is person, what is that person doing, right? So that is there. Then entity store, which uses is like a backend. It could be databases, Redis, SQLite, or the Pinecone for persistence. Sync and Async APIs are already part of it, so which we can start using it. And also buffer access, like access chat history via buffer also is available. And this is also depreciated but supported in the LangChain 1.0.1. So now let's see how to start using this entity memory, right? So let me create a file called wait a second, not this, don't save, go here, I'll say conversation entity memory.py. Okay, so before doing that, I'll just take the base declaration or the modules or the imports we need. I will not need the, say I need the Azure Chat OpenAI. I will need the summary memory also. We can take it, right? Uh, then we will have we will have to import few other modules also. So I'll import LangChain dot memory import conversation entity memory. Then I will conversation chain, we already have it, which is good. The prompt template is already there, right? So these are the required ones. Now what I'll do is first I'll have to set the entity type, entity template, okay? Because that is very much important to have the entity extracted. So what I'll do here, okay. So what I'll do, you are the AI assistant, extract and remember key entities about the user. Okay, then I'll say conversation history, then I'll put his always I get spelling issue, say history. Then I will have to put known entities, So I will just say entities. This is where it will be already maintained, right? So that will be passed. Then I will say user message. So which will be input. Okay. Then I'll say using the above information, produce an appropriate response. Using the above information, provide an appropriate appropriate response. Okay, so this is my template. Now I'll define the prompt template. Okay, prompt prompt equal to prompt template from of, I'll just give the entity template. This is my prompt template. Okay, now I'll define the memory. So I'll say memory equal to conversational entity memory of LM equal to LM. Then we will have return is equal to, I'll make it true. Then I'll make conversation conversation equal to conversation chain of LLM equal to LLM, memory equal to memory. Then I'll have prompt equal to prompt. Then we will have verbose equal to true. Okay, now what I'll do here is I'll just simulate it. Okay, so print of conversation dot predict of, then I'll say input equal to hi, I am Alex and I live in Paris. Okay, then I will ask another question telling that what do you remember about me? What do you remember about me? Okay, then also I will be printing the entities what it is storing. Okay, so we have memory dot entity underscore store. Okay, let's see if there is any syntax or the variable naming issue. Let's check it out. So we'll have conversation underscore entity. Think some issue with the yes, spelling mistake is there. So I'll have to conversation. Still the same. What is the difference? Conversation. That's same, right? Let me check it out. Okay, let's try. From LangChain memory, import conversational entity memory. And let's see. Okay, I think below part. Yeah, this is where the issue is. Okay. Name prompt. Lots of naming error. Okay, now I think syntax issues are gone. It started. Known entities, you see it has picked Alex and Paris. So if I say, what do you know about me? I remember that your name is Alex and you live in Paris, and it has given the entity store with the summary. Alex is a person who lives in Paris. Paris is the city where Alex lives in. It has summarized and gave you the details. This is about how to use the entity summary, entity memory. Okay, now let's see the overall summary. What we have seen, it is entity extraction, identifies entity names, entity summarization, holds summary for each entity. Then you can customize and store the data into the stores. Then you can support both async and async operations. Then you have a buffer, and it is also one note that depreciation on the this one, right? So real world use cases is majorly character based dialogue, like remember details like Alice works at this particular corporation, right? And customer assistance, recall product names or account details across turns, right? That's very much important. And role play AIs like persist details of a characters, location, story, right? So in that case, this is very much helpful. So now we have at the end of the session where we have covered what is conversational entity memory, how it helps, what are the real world use cases. If you have any specific questions, please put it in the comment box, and please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned for further series.